Well, if it's plugged in, it can be hacked. If it's plugged in, it can be hacked. But we are using Chinese components throughout our systems. We use Chinese chips in our jet fighters. We have no idea. There are things they could do on a chip that they can create what is in effect a microscopic antenna that only responds at a very precise frequency, and that can be built into the chip at a microscopic level that we have never understood. And they get in a fight with one of our planes, they send out the right electronic signal, and they just turn off the chips in our jet fighters. That's throughout. You'd think that we would have been alert to that, and some people in our national security community, some have been, some have not been. They are down. Their worm software is down in the EEPROM. They're in the firmware and maybe even in the hardware of our systems. So they have so compromised us. I don't know what we were thinking of, but we have to not have Chinese components in our system. Well, this is all an act of war. And I love China. I speak Chinese. I love China. I've always had this great affinity for China, but this is an act of war from China against the United States.
Where do we go from here?
Well, the 20-meter target is we need to get through this election, and the truth is, this is horrible to say, but this, and like I say, this is a guy who did not vote for Donald Trump. I think this whole entire election has to be set aside. We have to do some third world thing. Abraham Lincoln in 1864 delayed an election. There is a way to solve all this. It's called blockchain. There's a company called Voatz, VOATZ. And full disclosure, at my previous job, Overstock, which I was the founder and built, I funded a number of blockchain companies for this day, and one of them was a blockchain voting company. A blockchain company, a blockchain voting solves all these problems, because you vote directly from your phone, you have your ID, you have your picture, you vote, and everything is cryptographically secure.